Good morning dear students, welcome back to our online class. So dear students, in last class itself we have completed the first concept. We have learned some physical properties related to matter. In next class, that is then in next chapter, we are going to study some another chemical properties of matters. But before going to the concept of chemical properties of matter, let us understand why we need to understand the concept of matters in the chemistry manner. Okay, so the question arises that is matter around us pure? So here the heading itself tells about the question. Okay, what is that question? The matters which we are using in our day-to-day life, whether it is a pure form or impure form. If it is a pure form of the matter, then which category will going to be learned here? Okay, so what is the classification of the matter? So that's the things we have to learn here. Okay, let us understand the concept first. So first, here you can see this is one of the tree. Okay, this is one of the tree. Okay, no problem. Next, this is what? This is the copper jug. So usually this copper jug, how it can be obtained and what is the main constituent particle? The main constituent particle of this jug is copper. So easily you can say that this jug is made up of copper. Is it? Next is the nail, iron nail. Okay, so here how it is made up? What is the main constant particle of this nail? That is the iron itself. Okay, so how it is made up of? It is made up of pure form of the iron. Now let's see what is the next category. So this is nothing but the utensils. How this steel utensils is prepared? It is the constituent particles of so many elements. Okay, in the bridge course part itself I have introduced the elements. Okay, so where what we have learned about the metals, non-metals and the metalloids concept. So here the matters, why we are interconnecting the matters and the elements, because usually the matters which is made up of one element itself is called as a pure form of a matter, whereas the matters which is made up of more than two elements is called as the impure form of the metal. Okay, so usually this impure form of the metal is known as the mixture form of the matter. Let us understand this concept. So now I hope there is no confusion why we are learning this. So we have a question with us that whether the matters which is present in our surrounding, whether it is a pure form or impure form. So we have to search this answer. Okay, so dear students, as I told, what is matter? Matter is occupies that space and have a mass is called as a matter. So you can take any kind of the examples like gold, mercury, water, turmeric. Okay, so you can take any kind of the example for the matter. Okay, now let's discuss what is a pure substance. Well, already I told you we are going to search the question that whether the matters which we are using in our day-to-day life is a pure form or a impure form. So what is a pure substance? Means a pure substance in which is the made up of only one kind of the particles. So as I told, what do you mean by the pure form? Pure form means it is a made up of only one kind of the particles or the elements. Okay, so here this is platinum. Okay, so you can take any kind of the example. Iron nail you can take, copper jug you can take. So usually this all are considered to be a pure substance itself, because these are all are made up of one kind of the particle itself. So usually this pure substance are categorized into two types. What are those two types? That is the element and the compound. Okay, so element and the compound. Let us understand these two things one by one. So when we are talking about the element, an element is a substance which cannot be split up. Okay, we cannot be split up after applying the chemical force as well as the physical force also. So this is a strong element which cannot be split up into two or more simpler substance. Okay, we cannot break it. Okay, we cannot be split up into one or two simpler substance, and as well as it is made up of only one kind of the particles. Okay, element means only one kind of the particle, and we cannot split up into two or more simpler substance. So here best example for element I have taken as a iron nail. Okay, this is the iron nail which is purely formed by the iron element. Okay, so what you have to be keep in your mind, what is element? That is the one kind of the particles. Okay, now next, how we can categorize this element? Here totally three types of elements are there. Already I have introduced in the bridge course part itself that elements can be categorized as metals, non-metals and the metalloids. Metals which they have a shining in nature. So once again I am recalling all those things what we have learned in a bridge course part itself. Okay, metalloids means which category? Neither a metal nor a non-metal. So here the characteristics between the metals and the non-metals is going to be considered as a metalloids. What do you mean by the non-metal? It is very soft in nature and usually they don't have a shining property, and almost all the non-metals are existing in a gaseous form except bromine, which can be formed in the liquid form. Okay, so here these are the types of the elements. So next talk about the mixtures. So dear students, when we are going to talk about the mixture is a substance which is consisting of two or more elements. Okay, so here what do you mean by the mixtures? That is, it is a substance which is consisting of two or more elements. This only is considered to be a compound. Okay, so don't get confused when the question is arise with you what is compound. You have to write the same answer, that is, it is a mixture of substance which is consist of two or more elements. So here let's talk about the mixture. So let's take a one glass which is full of water. Okay, and let's take this glass of water and add into soil or salt, sugar, any one of the substance, whatever you want to dissolve it. Okay, so here this is one simple example of mixture of salt and water, mixture of salt and sugar, mixture of salt and soil also. So this is mixture means it is nothing but the substance which is consisting of two or more elements. Okay, so this is the also known as the compound. And what happens, it cannot chemically combine together. Means what happened, you can separate the particles of the mixture. So why we are considering this thing, that elements we cannot be split up into two or more particles, whereas the mixture it is combining together but not in the chemically form, it is combining only the physically form. Physically form means by applying some another methods you can separate these mixtures. Okay, so I have taken the mixture of salt and water. You can do this experiment in your home by taking the example of mixture of salt and sugar, salt and water, salt and soil, or soil and water. So you can take any kind of the mixture. Okay, there is no restrictions for help seeing this characteristics. Okay, so here totally how many types of mixtures are there? That is, first one is the homogeneous mixture and second one is the heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so here how many types of mixtures are there? homogeneous mixture and the heterogeneous mixture. Let us understand the concept of homogeneous mixture. So dear students, when we are talking about the homogeneous mixture, those mixture in which the substance are completely mixed together. Okay, completely mixed together means the particles are not disturbed uniformly. Okay, so here a best example of homogeneous mixture, that is mixture of sugar and water. Okay, here water word is missing, so just I am writing here, that is the water plus sugar. Okay, so I have written as a water plus sugar. You can take a next example as water plus salt. Okay, so this is one of the example of homogeneous mixture. So how you can know that yeah, homogeneous mixture or heterogeneous mixture, where the substance, okay, the substance means water and the sugar or salt, they are completely mixed. So you can take a example of when you are preparing the sharbat. Okay, so what is the main ingredients for making sharbat? Water, sugar. Okay, and sometimes what happen, you are adding some few drops of lemon juice. Okay, so you can see there, after adding the sugar also, the sugar particles you cannot be obtained after stirring so many times. Okay, so what happens here, the particles of water and sugar, they intermixed with each other and they do not disturb to any one of the particles. Okay, they are settled down, and what you can obtain in the result, you can form a pure form of the or transparent form of the solution. So this is considered to be a homogeneous mixture where the substance are completely mixed together. Okay, they are not going to disturb any kind of the particle. So that is the homogeneous mixture. Now let's talk about the second type of a mixture, that is the heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture means all components of the mixtures are visible. Visible means you can see that which type of mixture we are preparing here. Okay, so here they do not mix together. What is the main criteria of heterogeneous mixture? That is, they are visible in nature and they do not mix together and particles not disturbed eventually. So what happens, usually you can see the mixture of heterogeneous things. So you can take a simple example about the sand and water. Okay, sand and water. So if you are intermixing the sand and water, easily you can get it which is the sand and which is the water. As well as the next is oil and water. So here oil and water you can analyze, because oil is forming one layer above the water. Yes, if you are taking one container, add half of water, after that add here few drops of oil, then what happen, the oil drops will be settled down here itself, is it? So here this is also one of the example of heterogeneous mixture. Okay dear students, now let us discuss the difference between the homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. So homogeneous mixture have a uniform composition throughout the mixture. So it's having the uniform composition and the particles are not disturbing to any one of the particle which is present in the homogeneous mixture. Whereas the heterogeneous mixture have a mixed composition which may vary from point to point. So you can easily visible the mixture of heterogeneous type. So here the next difference between the homogeneous and heterogeneous, that its components are not visible to the naked eye. So as I told, when we are preparing the sharbat of lemon and water and sugar, the particles are not visible. So by naked eyes we cannot, means our simple eyes, we cannot see the particles, whereas the components can be seen easily. So when we are taking the example of sand and water, so easily you can get the particles of water and the sand. Next is that the whole mixture is in the same phase. So here same phase means the solutions will going to be consider only one phase itself. You cannot form there two phases. How the example of water and oil is forming two phases. Okay, so in the homogeneous mixture, the whole mixture is in the same phase, where the heterogeneous mixture, what happens, they are making the two phases there. Okay, one surface of the water and one surface the oil. So you can easily recognize the mixture of heterogeneous things, heterogeneous mixture. Next is the particle size is often at atomic or molecular level. So it means a very tiny particles of the homogeneous you can imagine, whereas the heterogeneous mixture have a large particle in size. So you can see by your naked eyes. So usually what happen, these have a large particles in size. Next is the components cannot be separated easily. What happens, you need another method for separating the components, whereas in the heterogeneous what happened, the components can be separated easily by applying some physical method. So in this chapter we are going to learn the classification of homogeneous mixture and the heterogeneous mixture, as well as how we can separate the components. So these things we have to learn in this chapter. So here this is one of the flow chart which is help you to remember. So matter is categorized into two types, that is the pure substance and the mixture, where the pure substance is categorized in the element and the compound, whereas the mixture is categorized into homogeneous and the heterogeneous. Okay dear students, so just keep in your mind this flow chart, so it will help you to understand the concept. Okay, now dear students, just take down all the notes in the in your fair books, so it will help you to solve exercise questions. To dear students, after completing this video, I will share these slides in the PDF form, so easily you can take it in your fair books. So dear students, let's meet in the class. Have a good day. Bye bye.